Good afternoon, everybody. Okay, so today I wanted to talk about Melco running on a separate PC. So I'm in a lot of embroidery groups, and there were a lot of questions, a lot of comments, a lot of concerns about Melco having needing a separate PC to run the system on. So I just wanted to come here and kind of answer some of you guys' questions, and also kind of try to set you up. So if you do plan on, Melco's not paying me to try to sell you a machine, but if you are interested in buying, or you're going to buy, maybe I can give you some of the lessons that I learned, and some of the you can learn from some of the mistakes I made when initially setting up your system, and information about PCs and stuff like that. The PC that I got, I didn't run out and buy a brand new one. I got a secondhand PC that I got from my friend Art. Shout out to my friend Art for selling me this laptop. He sold it to me for $150, and it came with a cool Snoopy decal. And I believe this is what is a HP Pavilion i5 core something or other. And he sold it to me for $150 and 2 masks. Yes, that's what the price was. So I didn't spend a whole lot of money, so you don't actually have to go out and buy a brand new one. If you have an existing one also that will work with a computer, will work with the Melco, that'll work too. One thing to note, that you cannot use a Chromebook and you cannot use a tablet. That will not work. In the emails that you get after you purchase the machine, Melco will actually, or it might even be on the website too, it will tell you what type of PC qualifies to run the Melco on. So they'll have that info. I know as long as it's not a Chromebook or a tablet, you should be okay as far as PCs. There's nothing like really specific, just that it's a Windows, PC, computer, desktop, or laptop, whatever. Let's see. Another thing to note, that with the newer computers, I keep our newer laptops, I should say, even some of the computers, I know my Mac doesn't have one either, but they've gotten rid of the CD slots. And this one, they don't have you need an Ethernet insert, and this one does not have it either. So the way that I fixed that was I got a Ethernet adapter that plugs into the USB. I think I paid about $15 for that one, and I'll go ahead and link it down below. And the reason I talk about the CD is because when you get your machine, they send you a CD with your software on there, and you have to download your software. So if you don't have a CD slot, it is not an issue. They also, in your emails after the sale is final, they also send you a downloadable link where you can download your editing, digitizing software, and your operating system. So that's not an issue, and that's something I didn't know, and I was actually looking for. I actually purchased an external CD. What is that? CD-ROM? Is that what they call them nowadays? I purchased an external one. I didn't even need it. So don't do that. You don't need a CD slot to download your software. You can still do it without it. You can just, if you don't find it in your email, which it should be in the email, you can just contact your salesperson who sold you the machine, and then tell them that you need that link, and they'll send it to you. One of the benefits, okay, so there are many pros and cons. Well, in my opinion, it's a personal opinion, or a personal preference. I think there are more pros to this. And initially, I was not happy at all that I had to purchase a separate PC to run my Melco on, and it was a little frustrating trying to set it up. So that's why I'm trying to give you a little bit of information so you can prevent that and do it with ease. I wasn't happy about it, but once I got it up and running and I started using it, I did see the benefits of having a separate PC, as opposed to one that is permanently hooked up to the your embroidery machine. So one of the reasons is you are already seeing it. Like I can just unplug it. I can just unplug it from the machine. And if I'm working on my designs, I'm putting them together, I can sit here at my desk. I have my Mac here. But I can, if I'm working on my Mac, then I can have my laptop here also, work on my little designs here, or I can go sit on the couch and work on my designs, watch TV. At the end of the night, I'll turn off all my machines and everything. And if I still have some designs left over, I'll just work on my designs from there, or I can do it in the bedroom, wherever. That's one of the benefits I do like. What I'm going to do now is I am going to take my laptop over to my embroidery machine, hook it up, and then I'm going to show you how the system works together. And I'll go into detail a little bit more about the things that I do like and maybe some of the things that I don't, which there are not a lot, but all right, here we go. As you can see here, I have my little embroidery corner where I have my embroidery machine. Her name is Nena, named after my grandma. And this is where I set up my laptop, just have it sitting there. And it's still dirty, even though I try to clean a little bit, but messy. As you can see, here's the adapter here. This is an Ethernet cord that you're going to need to stick in your laptop or your desktop. Mine obviously does not have this plug, so I bought this adapter. So, okay, so let's go ahead and let's get into it. Okay, so what I am going to do now is I'm going to bring up my Melco operating system. So here it comes. And it is recognizing the machine. Okay, so what happens here, usually what happens, I've already done this. If you haven't maintenance your machine for the day, when you wake up in the morning and you come out to work on it, your machine is going to need to be maintenance, and you won't be able to do anything else unless you maintenance them. Well, you can actually, but I don't recommend you bypass the maintenance. So, and it will keep you on the last design that you are working on, whether you turn the machine off or not, or even in your design shop or your computer, the laptop, you turn the laptop off, turn it on, it will still have the same design that you were last working on. I remember one time, for whatever reason, the computer disconnected from the Melco, and I don't know how, but the embroidery machine still, my Melco still was able to print out the design till it finished without being connected to the computer at all. So I don't know how it does that. I'm assuming they have some type of save system in there going on. Is contacting me. But I'm going to show you what you normally see when you turn on your Melco. This is what you normally see. I don't know what keeps. It's getting on my nerves. This is what you'll normally see, and this is your maintenance that you need to do. This is your daily, your weekly, your monthly, and your quarterly maintenance schedule. And your your machine will always let you know. So let me just walk you through this. Please read all maintenance procedures carefully. Yeah, I'll let you read that on your own if you want to pause it. Maybe I should get my face out the way so that you can read it. So it just kind of tells you how the importance of oiling your bobbin area. And it's showing, okay, so I'm still in the way here. So let me come over here. So it's showing you pictures of how to do it. It's going to walk you through all the steps here. But even then, if you're like me, sometimes you need a little more guidance and the pictures aren't good enough. So what you can do is Melco actually has videos that you can watch that will show you how to do each and every step of your maintenance, whether it is the daily, the weekly, the monthly, or the quarterly. They have it for you. So, and I always use those like on the monthly and the quarterly because I forget. And they're a longer maintenance process. So You take the bobbin out. Your trimmer is, you're going to hear your trimmer coming in and out so that you can use the spray can in there and spray out all that debris. Once you're done with that, you put a little bit of oil in the bobbin case area and the rotary hook area. And that concludes your maintenance for the day. It takes about a minute maybe, and you're done. And you go back to your system that you were on. And here with this system, you have your files where you get your designs. You can either get it from your computer that you have saved in the computer, or you can get it in your USB thumbnail drive. So there's that. This is for moving the design in the hoop. So you can, I don't know if you can hear her in the background moving. My machine is a her, by the way. And you see the design. I keep getting in the way here. You see the design moving as I move this. And then if you want it completely centered, you come back here. You want it rotated 90 degrees, or it'll rotate it for you. There's that. There's your colors. You want to change the color of it. I want a black one. So you just change the color, and then that's it. Here is your active feed, your automatic tensioner. You can fix it to, depending on the type of clothing that you're doing, hats, hoodies, bigger jackets, shirts. It'll kind of automatically adjust it here if you want to get an idea of what that what your tension should be. And then even though when you put the garment on the machine and it senses it needs more or less tension, it'll adjust it, this number here on its own. And then here's the speed. This is the speed I usually stay at when I don't have metallic. Sometimes I go a little higher, but I usually like to stay at this speed. And another thing here is there is a this interface that I've been showing you is a user-friendly. It's a lot simpler for most people, and it's something I like also. But there's another interface that is more advanced for people. I mean, you can use that to run your machine as well. Let me just show that to you. Here it is. It'll run your machine the same way, and you have a lot more advanced options and features. I come here usually if I have maybe some issues with my machine that's not standard maintenance, and I need to come in here and make some adjustments somewhere. I'll go in the tools and do that accordingly. Here you also have where your machines are listed over here on your left side. I have my one machine, and I don't know why okay. So if you have multiple machines, they'd be listed here. And you can run them synchronized, you know, print or sewing out one design on all machines, or you can run them individually. That's another benefit that I do like. If I do plan on upgrading in the future, I'm not sure it will be a Melco. It may be a Melco, it may not. I'm going to look at other options that I'm interested in. But if I do plan on upgrading with Melco again, I do like that you can buy a few machines and they can run separately or together or however you choose to run them. I do like that. Let's see, let's go. Okay, to go back. Let's see, let me delete this thing here. Okay, to go back to the simplified interface, you just come here, go down to restart Melco Ui, and it will restart you, send you back to the user-friendly, simpler interface. Okay, oh, and here, let me move me a little bit. Here you can select different types of hoops and your hoops or your hat drivers or your fast clamps. Mighty hoops are in here. All the mighty hoops are in here, so your machine recognizes them. Let's see. So I'm gonna select this. My hat drivers are in here. Let's see. I'm gonna go 5.5 hoop. I'll select that one. So it adjusted the hoop for me. Come here, make sure it's centered. It is. So, and then that's it for that. Okay, so let's talk about the digitizing system, wherever it is. Why is it not here? Okay, so we're gonna come to Design Shop. We're gonna open it up so I can just show you how it works together with the operating system and with the machine itself. Let's see, say I'm going to open a design. Let's see, say it's this one, open it up. Okay, so you don't actually need to have it saved in your computer, the design. You don't need to have it saved in the computer. You don't need to have it saved on your thumbnail. You can actually digitize. I don't have the upgraded digitizing software because I'm not digitizing. I just actually usually pay someone to do that for me for right now, just because it's quicker that way too, and it's easier. So, but if I wanted to digitize from scratch and then send it to the machine, I can do that from this system. But let me just show you. So if I want to send it directly to the machine to embroider, I just load my design, and I don't know why this is not popping up like the way I need. Come back to, and there, it's already there. So this is already ready to sew out. Say I don't like this. I don't like, you know what? I don't want that cross there. Let me go back to my design shop, and I'm gonna take that cross off. Come here, delete the cross. Now I'm gonna send it back to the machine. I don't know why this thing is not my, so it's already, if you notice, the cross is already gone here. So it just updates your, like, you don't have to edit a design and then save it and then bring it back up in the system. You can just send it right over the edited version. Oh, you know what? I want to make the letters bigger or thicker, or I don't like that. Let me go back and do it really quick and then send it right back to the machine. So you can do that. So that is something that I really like about this. And let's see. Oh, another thing. I should probably, yeah. Another thing is that, okay, so say I want to, I'm going to insert another design here, just so I can kind of show you a little more. I would not do this design. Okay, I got to make sure it's centered, but just say this is the design. Oh, you know what? I want this design. Let me just edit it, send it to the machine, and it's already in the machine. I just need to come here and put the appropriate hoop size in there. So it's not, okay, there it goes. I got a bigger hoop, so it fits. Another thing that I really do like about this is that I keep waiting for my taskbar on the bottom to pop up. And when, let's see. Okay, so on the bottom here, you have the internet, you have your design shop, and you have your operating system here. So what I like to do is I can work off the internet too. And then it kind of works with the digitizing system and then with the operating system. So say, I don't know, I'm just typing up anything to copy some text here. I'm gonna go ahead and copy this text. Oh, I don't know why it does that. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and copy this text from the internet. Say, you know, I have a design, and let me delete this. Okay, so I'm going to delete that. And then we're going to delete this. Okay, so say I got some text from the internet, and there's my text. Let me make it darker so you can see it. Oh. Okay, so there is my text. Let me make it smaller so you can see it. So I got my text from the internet, and obviously I'm not going to just, embroider this real quick. But if I wanted to, there it is. It's already ready to embroider in my system. I got that off the internet. But I do that a lot. I'll get text from the internet. I'll put it in my digitizing software. I'll edit it first, of course. I'll edit it first, and then, but that's the way, again, that you can bring in another tool to work with your digitizing and your operating system. So also, okay, so even something like this, let me show you real quick. Let me go back to my internet. And let's say, you buy a lot of us like to buy some files, some embroidery files from Etsy. I know we love our Etsy. So let me go to my account, my purchases, and let's see. I have a few here. Let me just look at them. Okay, let's take a look at this flower right here. I'm going to download it. Say I just bought it and I need to download it. I already have it in my computer, but so it's downloading. It's here. So, okay, there it is right here. So let me open this and, okay, so there it is. It's asking about, nope, I don't. Okay, so there's the rose. So I got the rose from Etsy, downloaded it, automatically pops up in my design shop. Then gonna send it over to my Melco. And there it is, and it's ready to embroider. And that's just it. That's simple. Let me know if I might be going on about some functions or some, what do you call it? Some capabilities that your machines may have. Say you have a Ricoma or Redline or whatever machine that actually has. I think most embroidery machines have their system connected to the embroidery machine. They don't have separate systems. Let me know if your systems actually have some of these capabilities. I would like to know that. I think they are, I think it makes things a lot easier for me. So, I don't know if you guys have those same capabilities on your system, but I like the fact that you can work off, just the design software. You can work off the USB, and obviously if you have it saved, design saved in your computer, you can work off that too. Let me see if there's anything else. I'm looking at my little notes up here on the wall. So I think I covered everything. The only other thing is that a point that I wanted to make is, initially I didn't like this whole separate PC thing, but if I had my way, I'd actually like to operate this on a Windows. If I had I still would like to operate on a separate computer, because I feel like there's so many embroidery files they collect, and they over time it's going to be a lot of embroidery files, and I just feel it's better to have a separate system to use with your embroidery machine that has all your files that you do all your work. And I don't use this laptop for anything else at all, only to work. That's all it has in here, is everything for work. And I have my own personal computer there that I use. And also another thing, if you see down here, most of y'all, let me get my little tool. If you see down here, there's Embrilliance too. I forgot to mention Embrilliance. I do use Embrilliance sometimes on this computer with Design Shop. So sometimes I use them together. If I do upload files in Design Shop or vice versa, I can only edit them so much in each system because they're different operating systems. So I can edit some of my designs and
Berlin's designs in Design Shop to a certain extent, and vice versa. But I actually do use them together sometimes, not all the time. But I just wanted to throw that out there. But yeah, that was the last point that I wanted to make about it being good to have a separate computer for your embroidery machine, just because also I don't feel like, you know, it won't get all bogged down with your personal computer. Now that I think about it, my own personal computer, I just don't want it full of embroidery and embroidery files and, you know, taking up all that space and bogging my computer down and all that stuff. So, but that's it. That's all I have. If you guys have any other questions about this part of the operating system, let me know, and I'll try to answer your questions. Hope you enjoyed this. Hope this was helpful. Thank you.
To add on to a couple of points that I forgot to make, another thing that I like about being directly connected to the internet is that I have a couple of my digitizers either on email, and my main digitizer, we communicate through Messenger. So he sends me my files through Messenger, and I download them from Messenger, and then I send them to Design Shop and then to the operating system to be sewn out. So I forgot to mention that, but that's very efficient and a very convenient part of it. Another thing I wanted to add is just that with you having to use a separate computer for your embroidery machine is that you can actually upgrade the screen. I may or may not upgrade my screen to a very large, maybe desktop. I'm not sure, because I actually do like the convenience of dragging around the laptop to edit wherever I want. But it's just better to stare at a laptop screen or a large desktop computer screen. It's just better graphics, just a better picture, better quality, and it's just better on your eyes too. For me, I mean, I'm a little bit older, but those are the only points that I wanted to add to that I forgot to make. Okay, and I think that is just about it for this video. I hope that I was able to answer some of you guys' questions, address some of your concerns. If you have any other questions about this system, separate PC situation, just go ahead and leave your questions down in the comments, or you can inbox me. I will try to answer your questions as best I can. Just keep in mind that I'm actually still a beginner using this system as well. So I'm learning. I know a little bit more than you do. Obviously, you don't have the machine yet, or if you do, you know, I can try to help as much as I can. But I'm not an expert on this stuff. Any information that I may get wrong, go ahead and correct me also in the comments, so I won't keep restating misinformation. But yes, that's about it. This is a personal choice. So, you know, this system, I ended up liking it. It does work for me. It may or may not work for you. It's something that you're going to have to decide when in the market for purchasing your multi-needle commercial machine. And that's it. You know, I hope you guys have a wonderful day, wonderful afternoon, and see you next time. Don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe. Thank you.